Hello Sagittarius people, I love you, my best friend is a Sagittarius, so yay Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. You probably clicked on this reading if you either are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, or you are dealing with a Sagittarius person if you're a Crosswatcher. If this reading does not resonate, please check out your Moon, Rising or Venus sign. However, let's hope it will resonate. And I'm going to create the piles for you now. There's going to be 2 piles. This is the Roman Angels deck that I'm going to use. If you don't want me to watch me creating those piles, you can skip to the timestamps. But many people like to see the live shuffling to make sure that I don't pre-select cards. I never ever do that, even in those readings where I already have done the piles before I clicked on play. Okay, Sagittarius, what does Spirit want to tell you guys? How are you doing? Let me know in the comments. You've got the Whispers of Love deck. Let me put those here. Also, Sagittarius people, please check out my other content. I have plenty of different videos like pick a cards. Oh, you get 2 cards. Pile number 1. And yeah, I have different pick a cards about either spying my social media, either trying to send me a sign on social media, or if you're dealing with somebody who is in the, a friend of you. It's called, oh no, do they want to get out of the friend zone? If you don't want them to get out of the friend zone, of course. Doreen Virtue, it's a German deck, it's the Ascended Masters. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it in English. And I do have a channeled letter of a deceased loved one, a pick a card, yeah, different topics. Please just help me grow my channel. I appreciate it because I do have so much fun. Okay, Ascended Masters for Sagittarius people. Then the Power Animal Oracle cards. If you're wondering why I'm always taking cards from the sides, those are still from the Scorpio reading. So, spirit animals. This one. This one, okay. Then we do have the Messenger Oracle. Also, I would like to point out that you can book a personal reading with me. I love those. You can, win a free reading once I hit 500 subscribers. I'm going to give away 2 readings, but you have to be a subscriber. You have to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and then you can enter the raffle. But of course, you can also book a personal reading with me. Then we do have the True Love reading cards. So, Spirit for Sagittarius, what's your message? And yeah, I love this deck, the Flower of Life. I have used it in some pick a cards, but I haven't used it in a while. And I don't know why, because I really do love those messages. And they're a lot about manifesting, law of attraction. And they're just amazing messages. You get this pretty one for pile number 1. And this one, didn't we have that before? Yeah, I think we had that one before. I don't know which zodiac sign, but yeah. So let's create your piles, Sagittarius people. Right, first pile got 2. Okay, this is pile number 2. Pile number 1. And again, pile 1, pile 2. And of course I am going to use my favorite tarot deck. Be aware this deck does contain unity. Now we will see what Spirit has to tell you. Okay. You've got the Strength card, which also means lust or triumph. The Four of Cups, the Universe, the Daughter of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Pentacles. Then you've got love yourself first. Self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Give your relationship a chance. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. This may be connected to pile 2. Maybe you want to look at pile 2 because I just saw that this card is called Inspired Action. So we do have action in both piles. Might be a theme for Sagittarius people in general. Back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. Energy healing, Merlin. He came out quite a lot. Lion, courage. Ask for what you want. Share your thoughts. Soulmates. And not what you expect. We're going to see that, what that is about. Well, I can fit that in here. But, I mean, it's just text. You won't be able to read it anyway from that perspective. We're going to start with this. So if you want to read it yourself, please pause now. Today you may not be able to see or feel the wonderment of you. A limited belief or pattern you hold within you is carving up the truth of you. Someone or something will enter your life and reflect back to you the wonderment and truth of you. It may be disguised as something you don't like, for we are well trained in noticing what irks us, but know that at the heart of all experience is love. So let all come to you. You are safe. Don't resist anything and use your free choice and will to focus on what makes you feel good. You are on your way to feeling the marvelous wonderment of love. Well, that's what's most important, right? So let me... Okay, so you may get triggered with something. However, you've got a beautiful, 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 beautiful reading. Very beautiful reading. You know what? I think the triggering stuff may have to do with love yourself first, basically. So what I always say is that the universe can only give you the energy you send out. And many people, for example, have a hard time saying no. They always say yes to everybody. They don't set boundaries. And then you're showing the universe, look, universe, I don't deserve being treated good. I don't treat myself good. And then they cannot send you anybody who's treating you well, because you have to treat yourself good first to vibrate, I deserve being treated good. And then other people have to mirror that back to you. Of course, I'm never talking about getting into an egoistic state, about not caring about other people. That is not at all what this is about. It's about self-love. It is not about me always first when it's harming others. It's not about harming others. So if somebody really needs your help, then you help, even if you are tired. But if it's not an emergency and you're tired, then you can rest. You can say no sometimes. And I feel like you're going to get triggered, because that's like the only issue I have here. We do have energy healing, so maybe, yeah, whatever is sent to you that you don't like too much, it is going to be to heal something old. And then we have back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. And I think this is also what is going to be this triggering, that there needs to be some kind of change. And we see it in here too. It's the card that is going, means like from getting from one thing to another. It's like a transition card, and you leave one land behind and go on to another, of course, metaphorically speaking. So it is about transitioning, leaving something, and by transition I don't mean dying. It is about leaving something behind. And this is the card that is the happy single. Don't panic, because we do have soulmates, we do have amazing cards, give your relationship a chance. But it's, you don't attract a person that is giving you what you lack, ever. I mean, of course, soulmates, they have different, they complete one another. But I mean, if you have lack of trust, then you will not get sent a person that you can trust. You will get sent a person that is showing you to have a lack of trust. That person will affirm you, whatever it is. If you are in fear of abandonment, then you will not get somebody who is there for you. You will get somebody who keeps on retreating. So that you notice, I do have a fear of abandonment, and you heal that. People are going. So this is the card talking about, I'm happy within myself. I don't need anybody. And remember, needing is not the same as wanting. You can, of course, want to live with your person. Desire is very important for your soul, because desire is sending out your manifestations, basically. But it's not the energy of needing. So that might be something. And of course, love yourself first. We do have it in this card as well, because she's hiding from the moonlight. And so this always means to me, like, I'm hiding from something. Maybe I'm better than I can admit to myself to be. I have more abilities than I know. I'm hiding from my own intuition, from my own power and my own emotions. So you don't have to hide. It's more important to know that, yeah, this is the high priestess, and she is connected to her own higher self and spirit. So this is like the thing you have to do to get out of this, I'm hiding from my own powers, to step into them, and to step into this, I am content with myself. You don't need anybody to give to you. You don't need anybody to, yeah, it says your self-respect makes you romantically attractive, meaning if you're not in your self-respect, you are repulsing people, and you are attracting people once you radiate this beautiful energy that Merlin is in here right now. And then we do have courage. Ask for what you want can also mean that when we're talking about self-love, maybe you are expecting others to just do what you want, but you never really named it. I do have many female clients that are always like, okay, he doesn't say that, he doesn't do that. And I'm asking them, well, did you tell him? Did you ask him to do that? No, he should know. I was implying, for example, or, well, if he has a brain, he should know. But what many women forget is that men and women communicate differently. I mean, it's like the book from John Gray. It's, I think, called Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. We do communicate differently. So you cannot expect your guy, if you're dealing with a guy, to communicate the way you do, or to pick up those cues, because females usually communicate, they imply very much, whereas males usually communicate rather clear. So it's important that you can say what you want, and to really get clear and tell your guy, I need a hug right now. Do not be upset if he didn't hug you when you didn't tell him, I could need a hug right now. That's because that's what I experience in my coachings all the time. Like, oh, he didn't do that. Well, he didn't know that you wanted him to do that, because you don't know what he's experienced in his past relationships. Maybe he had a girl that didn't want to be hugged in situations like this, or I don't know, nobody ever told him, please hug me in a situation like this. So it is important that you actually tell other people what you want. However, and this is important, the other person still can only mirror back to you what you send out. So if you still have fear of abandonment, it doesn't matter how many times you tell the other person, I need you here, because the person will have to mirror fear of abandonment back to you and disappear over and over and over until you have felt that fear of abandonment. So it doesn't work that way, that if you have something that is not healed, that you expect the other person to act in a specific way. Okay, that never ever ever works. It's like Spirit once showed me that weird picture. There was like a moldy orange in front of a mirror, and you cannot tell the mirror, please show me a fresh orange. If you put a moldy orange in front of it, it doesn't work. And the mirror, of course, mold is our lack of self-respect, self-love, fears. So the other person, the mirror, can only show what you send out. And then telling the other person, but you need to throw me fresh orange, you need to do that to make me feel good, would be like you would clean or try to clean the mirror. The mirror would, even if it would sparkle now, it would still show you a moldy orange. If you want the universe and your specific person to mirror something else back to you, you have to get rid of the mold of the old trauma and be the fresh orange, and then your person can mirror that back to you. So again, if you don't do your work, your person cannot mirror you something different than they have before. But once you have done your work, your person has to, because you can put a fresh orange in front of a mirror and then the mirror showing you a moldy orange. It doesn't work, okay? However, we do have give your relationship a chance. So there is definitely and we do have share your thoughts. Ask for what you want. This just brings me back to, maybe it is important for you to tell other people what you expect from them. Still, do your work first. Because if you tell somebody, I need you here, then that person may come in that moment, but then withdraw again, because again, they will have to mirror your own issues back to you always. It's a law of attraction. It's a law, okay? It's not your person's fault. If you put a moldy orange in front of a mirror, it's not the mirror's fault that he's showing you a moldy orange. It's not the person's fault at all. However, maybe for some of you, love yourself first again means that it is important to sometimes tell people, I like to be hugged sometimes, or I like it when you sometimes tell me good morning, or whatever it is. Or if you need help, ask people for help. Don't expect them to offer. It is important to ask. Also, you ask Sagittarius people, so you maybe really smart, right? So share your thoughts, of course, can also mean that use that power in order to help others. But again, many beautiful cards, but I think there will be some form of triggering just to break the last few patterns in order for you to make that transition to get into this kind of power, because you've got the universe back. We've got look, 6 cards and 3 major arcana cards. So this period coming is very important for you, and you are absolutely divinely guided, because the universe for me is also talking about being guided, about being at the right place at the right time. And also it is the cards that is talking about ending of cycles, and this 9 here, and 9 is also the last 1-digit number, so it is also the ending of some things. And if you have already met your soulmate, then you will get into that union. We have triumph here, and this card also, it's important to, to me, it's a card about joy. It's lust in other decks, and lust to me is not just linked to sexuality, but also lust for life, lust for joy, and being in a high vibration. And either if you already have your person, then I do see that there is this connection, and you can trust yourself. I also see that there may be a telepathic connection between you and person. I just made a video on, is there telepathy between us? Please check it out. Because the High Priestess to me is always this card that is talking about there is this connection on the higher realm. So the High Priestess to me is actually, in a love reading, it would be a soulmate card. So we do have 2 cards of soulmates, or high level, like could be twin flame as well too, of course. But it's somebody that you have a connection with in a higher realm. That's what this card for me means, because it also indicates the higher self. And if you in a love reading, it would indicate both people's higher selves, and you have this form of connection, of course, when it is like a soul connection. So give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Again, it says work. So work on yourself as well. And yeah, express your love through your actions. I mean, express your love. Expression is a big thing here. Share your thoughts, which means speak your thoughts. Express your love. Ask for what you want. Maybe you have not been clear either to your person or to the universe. Maybe you have been sending out mixed signals, like, I want this person, but I don't like that about him. Then the universe is like, okay, you say you want him, but you don't like him, so are we supposed to send him to you now, or her, or not? What do you want now? So it's important also to make sure what energy you are speaking, because you are in thinking as well, because you are manifesting your thoughts. If you think, oh, your person is absent, and if you are upset because your person is not there, you're manifesting your person not being there. And then it takes longer for you to get into that union you want. So it's important for you to visualize, to think about, what does it feel like to be in a relationship. Imagine you are already there. And if you love your person, don't think bad about them. Don't think, oh, they have so much to learn. And because again, when you think, oh, they have so much to learn, then you're manifesting that they're having a lot to learn. If you think, oh, they're gonna take for forever, you're manifesting that they're gonna take for forever. If you are like, oh, they're never calling me, if that's what you think, then you manifest them never calling you. So it is very important also when you talk to spirit, and you talk by spirit all the time, by every thought, is they know everything. They know every thought you send out. So it is important not to send out scattered energy. Be clear on what you want. If you want your person, think positive about your person. Don't think they're not good in that regard, because the universe always has to confirm you. If you think ill of your person, then those negative traits will have to stay, because you're manifesting them every time you think about them. Instead, think of their positive traits, and then you are making them more obvious, more clear, and coming to the front. So yeah, again, this is also the card of self-love, I would say, because again, she is content. She doesn't need a guy, she wants him. Or he doesn't need a woman, he wants her. It's okay to want, but not need. So this is basically what you have. It's healing when it comes to your own energy, but I do see this connection, being more clear on what you communicate, either in thoughts, what you express in any way. Because again, whatever you say and think and feel will manifest. If you feel lonely, you manifest more loneliness. So do your work. Learn about manifesting. I always say I love Neville Goddard. You can check out videos about his teachings on YouTube. You can check out the revision technique. And yeah, be more brave. I hope, Sagittarius people, pile number 1, that this was a reading for you, that you liked it. If you did, please again like, subscribe, and share. That would help me a great deal. And check out my other content. Bye-bye, Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius pile number 2. Let's see what you've got. In this case, because I saw this card, it is inspired action, and the last pile had action 2 as a theme. So those 2 readings may be linked. And if you feel guided to check out pile number 1 as well, you can check out pile number 1 as well. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So spirits, what's for Sagittarius? The High Priest. Yeah, this card came out in the last pile as well. So again, they seem to be linked, okay? We had that in the Scorpio reading as well. They were linked as well. High Priestess, Death. Wow, 3 major arcana cards. The Fool, 7 of Wands, another major arcana cards, the Tower, and the Mother of Cups. Whoa. So 4 major arcana cards out of 6, meaning Sagittarius people, this is a very important time for you coming up. Then we do have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah, please check out pile number 1. We did have that, was a big theme, even though this card obviously didn't come up because you have it. Big theme and number, those piles are definitely linked. Consider your foundation. You're being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Show yourself. Amaterasu. The koala empathy. Speak less and listen more. That's a difference from pile 1 because were called to speak a little more. Be patient. Yeah, yin and yang. Inspired action. You can pause and read it yourself. Get into alignment and your action will be enlightened and inspired. Different vibrations will inspire different actions. If you are feeling tired, your inspired action will be to rest or sleep. If you're feeling love, you will be inspired to loving actions inward and outward. So you will think loving thoughts and do things that will emulate love in your day. Difficulties arise when we demand of ourselves things that don't match our current vibration. Everything happens energetically before it occurs physically. If you try to do it the other way around, you will feel frustrated, sad, and defeated. Get into the feeling you think you will feel when you have the thing that you desire, and your inspiration to create more of the same will come to you. Okay, inspired action. Yeah, this is a very, very action-oriented card as well. Oh man, show yourself, consider your foundation. Okay, Sagittarius. I get 2 different things. Some of you have not met that person yet, and for you it is important not to give up. Actually, I get 3 things. Some of you are with a wrong person, and that is going to crumble so that you can get to your true person. And some of you already are with your true person, but you're still on the journey. And I sorry, can't sugarcoat it. You're still on your journey. However, that doesn't mean that it has to be, that it needs to take long. Even patience, to me, is never indicating that it has to take a long time. Patience is an inner vibration, and we do have that vibration. Getting into the right vibration is very important, and we do have it here as well because that is balanced. Being patient is inner balance. I don't need to force it. I don't need to push it. I trust in it even if it's not there yet, because it is guided by spirit. And once you actually reach that energy of trusting and of being at peace, and that is what patience is, being at peace with this situation, then it can actually come quickly. It can come very quickly. So again, patience does not mean it needs to take long. Once you've reached that state, you manifest it. Maybe not the next day. It's important to hold that for a while, because if you have been impatient for a long time, then you need to build up that energy to get there, and then hold it for a while, of course, but then it can still come pretty fast. Maybe you are a bit disappointed when it comes to love, because you are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Maybe it is like a family thing, because with the house, I think of family, that maybe you grew up in a household where people were not very loving. Then it is important to heal that. We have death here. I love death, one of my favorite cards. It's the card of healing and transitioning. But maybe you have already been feel like you gave up on love, which is not good, because absolutely you can draw in a counterpart with the yin yang. but you are not imbalanced within yourself right now at all. And again, that doesn't mean that you can't be in a week. It can go fast if you are committed to your journey. And by that I mean your own journey. Doesn't matter if you already have attracted that person or not, because right now you are on your own journey, and maybe you are hiding who you really are, because this is like show yourself. Maybe you have withdrawn, and then it is time to take more action. By that I don't mean take action by contacting your person, because it's not the right energy to actually contact your person. Spirit is guiding you. We have that with the High Priestess. To me, it's a card that is talking about spiritual guidance from your higher self. And the religious factors, to me, means that you are going to draw in some high-level soulmate, because I don't see too much about the religious upbringing. Yeah, maybe upbringing plays a role, that is important to clear stuff that was not good for you. And what was the cards? Yeah, no, okay, sorry, I just had the Scorpio card in my mind, not the first pile of Sagittarius. However, this is spiritual path, which tells me that you will be sent somebody that you are going on a spiritual path with. So to me that means high level soulmate. However, right now you are still in a clearing phase, and you are called to action. Do your stuff, do your meditations, do your visualizations, do your affirmations, do revision. Like, I can only advise you to Google Never Got It. There's videos on him on YouTube here, and he has videos. Not he himself; he is already passed long before YouTube existed. However, there's videos on his revision technique, and I can only advise you to please, please, please do that stuff, because you will get some more. If you are doing it by yourself, if you're taking actions, universe doesn't have to send you that many tower moments. But if you don't do it, then universe will push you to do it. And those cards, both of them, are talking about some kind of ending and new beginning and clearing some old stuff. That's why I said, for some of you, maybe you are in a relationship that is maybe toxic, and that will end, and then you will have your new beginning. Because again, you have the transition, ending of something, and then the Fool, which is the new beginning. I love that card, because this is trusting the universe, and that seems to be something you may have a problem with right now. And again, inspired action, and then we do have this action card as well. This is Wagemut, means bravery, being brave, and you have to. Everything happens energetically before it occurs physically. Meaning, if you want to attract love, you have to vibrate in that high level energy first. And then the Mother of Cups, to me, it is the intuitive woman, like the High Priestess a bit, but it's also the healed woman. So if you are a man, this still applies to you, because you also have an inner feminine side, and which means emotions, hurt emotions that need to be healed. And again, they may have something to do with your upbringing that you have had in the past. Speak less and listen more, I see as listen to spirit, because you are connected to spirit, and maybe you have been cluttering your mind, you have been doing other stuff in order not to listen maybe to your inner demons. But it's important to listen to your feeling as well, because if you can only have inspired action once you learned listening to what your own gut feeling is telling you. And you absolutely have the ability to do so, because you got the High Priestess and you got the Mother of Cups, so you absolutely can. But what you need to do is, don't try to control situations. You see, he's not holding the leash, I don't know what it's called with horses. He is watching the butterfly, which is the symbol of transformation. So he's transforming, trusting that he will get to the other side. That spirit will lead him to the other side. So you can, and this is where you will get eventually, once you have been through this clearing phase, which is not a fun phase, but then you're the healed person. And heart-to-heart conversation, again, it's like, listen to your own heart. What is your energy body telling you? What is your higher self telling you? And once you have been in the yin yang energy, like in your own balance, you will attract it on the outside, because again, everything happens energetically before it happens physically, meaning once you have reached that energy energetically, then it has to happen physically as well. If you try to do it the other way around, you will feel frustrated, sad, and defeated. And I think that is what may have happened here for a long time. And right now, again, you are called to listen more to your own emotions and heal. And again, it doesn't have to take long if you do take action. If you take the more action you take, or the faster you do it, the faster you go through this phase. Of course, if you try to oppress that kind of stuff, then you make it hard for yourself. So please don't make it harder for yourself, because again, you are, I think you are about to have a big awakening. Maybe for some of you, you are in this phase already. This reading is for several people. Maybe some of you just got recently out of it. Some of you are in it right now. Then be patient. It is going to last. Again, just try to find inner peace, because what is cleared is the old paradigms that are no longer good for you, and you will get there, and then you will get into trusting the divine. Basically, you will be guided. You will be guided through this, even if it may be a little painful. Tower moments, I mean, death and tower, it's just not a fun combination. I have to admit that. Sorry, cannot sugarcoat it, but it will be absolutely worth it, because then you will reach that inner tranquility. So yeah, you have a purging phase ahead, or you are in it right now. Sorry, if you need a personal coach guidance, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to others, whomever you trust, but it's absolutely fine to get coaching in this kind of state. Watch, if you don't have money for coaching, watch the Neville Goddard videos, please. There is this channel called Unseen Seraph. She's amazing. Please, 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 please. Because, again, I want to get you through this as gentle as possible. But, again, it will be worth it. Because the Tower is a card of awakening and death also. I mean, I see it like the death of, you could say like the death of the ego. And the death of the ego does not mean losing your sense of identity. Not at all. But it means things you thought were real or right, maybe because you have been taught, they get stripped off, and all of a sudden you realize, oh my god, I've been told lies all of my life. And then you will realize what is actually true, and you will find many truths. So please, again, take action. You're called to action, and you will be rewarded, very rewarded, different word for German. You will be rewarded very highly with a counterpart. I get it, with the spiritual path. So you are on a spiritual path right now. For some reason, for some of you, there's many cards that have dragons in them. I love dragons so much. Maybe you want to look up dragons, dragon energy. For some of you. Anyway, yeah. It's, again, not the right time to reach out to your person right now. Not the right time. Because, again, if you tell them, oh, I want this and that from you, they have to mirror stuff back to you, and that will hurt. So get into the state, and then you can have heart-to-heart conversations that are actually fruitful and bring you a new beginning. But right now you are on your own journey, and it's important to embark on that journey and to finish that journey, because again, you will get many blessings afterwards. It is absolutely worth it. And I know what this feels like. Been there, done that several times. Isn't fun, but every time I went through that and I looked back, I was like, whoa, it was worth it. And again, we have the Fool and the Mother of Cups here. To me, indicates absolutely worth it. It's being led by the divine, being healed, trusting your own intuition. So yeah. Anyway, Sagittarius, I wish you good luck and all the best, okay? Bye bye.